and welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a project that you've seen me do numerous times. So instead of just having another repeated video, I thought I would share with you some answers to the questions that people have been asking about my canning and my recanning. Everybody always has hundreds and hundreds of questions. I get emails, I get comments, I even have gotten letters in the mail, people wondering different questions, and here are some of my answers. For me, recanning makes a lot of sense. For me, I'm able to get food at the local discount grocery store. I'm able to pick up food for free, and that makes a lot of sense. But why in the world would you bother with all the trouble of opening up a can and then recanning it when you could just put the can on the shelf? That's a big question people have. If you have the canning mentality, you would never ask that question. But there's a lot of people that are new to canning, don't know anything about canning, and they don't think this seems very logical. Well, let me break it down for you. This is spaghetti sauce in a metal tin can. It's important to take your food out of the tin can as much as you possibly can, especially if you have acid food like tomatoes. This way you're putting them in a glass jar, which will able to keep your food fresher. Have you ever opened a can of fruit that was canned for quite a while in a tin can and it had that metal taste? This makes sure that you don't have that taste. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and I'm gonna work on this. Today's video is gonna be a lot of different things. I want to share with you all the things I'm doing today that will make it more of an interesting video instead of just a 10-minute video of me doing this, because let's face it, not everybody likes to can. But here's another tip. If you don't like to can, you can open this up and put it in freezer bags and you can freeze it. So there you go, you're saving money. There are different people that said their local food bank started giving away number 10 cans. That's what happened when the virus hit, because a lot of restaurants were closed. So a lot of these number 10 cans were starting to go into the food banks. You can open it up, break it down, and freeze it. Same with beans, and same with all the veggies. No, I do not recommend you recan pressure canned items. Yes, if you have a pressure canned item, you have to re-pressure can it. Just because it was pressure canned once doesn't mean that you don't have to do it again. You have to pressure can your foods if it is low acid. I would highly recommend that you get a book, the Ball Big Book of Canning. Right here is an image of it. That would be a perfect book to read and understand canning techniques. There are certain rules that you have to follow. What is rebel canning? Rebel canning is canning of dairy and cheese, and basically recanning. Why is it called rebel canning? Simply because nobody in the USDA recanned food. So there is no case study on recanned food. It doesn't mean it's not safe, it just means they haven't done it. Back years ago, you've seen a lot of books where they did can milk and they did can cheese. Now, I don't can milk. For me, it never worked, but a lot of my subscribers do. I do can butter though, and I love it. It's shelf stable and it is amazing. All right, let's go ahead. I have everything assembled ahead of time. That way it's just so easy. All we're gonna do is open up this can and pour it into the jars cold. Another question, aren't you supposed to heat your food up first? I don't do that simply because I let it in the canner for another 20 to 30 minutes longer. So I'm going to be canning this pizza sauce for 45 minutes instead of the 30 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes is fine. And that way it does get heated up and it gets canned up really easy. What about soaking your lids? Sure, that's an easy question. If you are water bathing, you're still supposed to soak your lids in hot water. The new recommendations are if you're pressure canning, you don't need to soak your lids, but a lot of people still do. I don't do that, but I do soak my lids when I'm doing water bath canning. Today I am using ball lids simply because that's what I have. I use ball lids, 4-jar, and I also use Golden Harvest. People lately have told me that Golden Harvest is made by Ball, and that just makes it even better. So basically, I use 4 jars and I use ball lids. I do not like the pure lids. For me, they didn't work. And I do not like the cheap, Simple Living lids from the Dollar General. For me, they just didn't work. I don't know why, but they didn't. A lot of people have been complaining that they said the ball lids haven't been working this year. These lids are a couple years old, so they are fine and they work great. Somebody told me that they think the metal is thinner in this year's lids. I don't know anything about that. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. A lot of people have been questioning about number 10 cans and how you open them up. The manual hand opener is the best. I know a lot of you have arthritis and it can be hard. Just do a little bit at a time, and before you know it, you'll have it open. I do buy a lot of my items at Walmart.com because they oftentimes have huge sales. You still can get a lot of deals. You just gotta really look and research. I also get my number 10 cans of cheese from Walmart.com. That way I don't even have to drive to the store and I don't have to deal with the heavy cans. Now, here we go. It's opened up. All we have to do is put it in our jars. 2 of these I paid for and 2 of them I got for free. All right, let's put them in the jars. All right, now everyone, we're going to switch gears just a little bit, and I'm going to open up my box from Walmart and I'll show you what I got. So buying in bulk, it can save you lots and lots of money. Going to the discount grocery store can save you lots of money. Buying food at the regular grocery store when they have their specials can save you lots of money. I know Kroger's and different places have 10 for 10 and things like that. So for $15, I got £15 of noodles. I think so. Let me see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So for $1 a pound, I got these noodles. Now, I could have probably got them a little bit cheaper at the discount grocery store, but I'm not too sure anymore because their boxes are in 8 ounces now for like 69 cents. So I got a really good deal. Now, here is the question. I got this whole case of noodles. I just put these boxes and just sit them on my pantry shelf. Well, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't do that. If you want to keep your noodles for more than 6 months, one reason, it's cardboard. Cardboard also absorbs moisture. Have you ever had cardboard that was in your garage or in your attic or anywhere and it had that funky smell? That's because cardboard absorbs moisture. Don't want that. Number 2, cardboard, well, it attracts rodents. I mean, if I was a mouse and I was hungry, I'd be chewing on this to make my bedding for my house. Then I would chew on the noodles to feed my belly. That's another reason why you don't want to store it for long term in these boxes. So we take them out of the boxes and we put them in what? You can put them in Mylar bags or you can put them in glass containers. Now, noodles last almost indefinitely. Last week I used noodles that were 3 years old and they were fine. There was no difference in the taste or in the cooking. So noodles last indefinitely. What we're doing is to keep our noodles from rodents and from moisture and keeping, them fresh. So we're going to take out all of our noodles. Now this was a really good price. With the price of wheat, they all talk about it. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I mean, it just depends on your area too. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them in my glass jars, as many as I have. I don't really have that many glass jars as far as big gallon jars like this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour them in the glass jars. Always remember to label. I'm getting really good at that. So these are elbow noodles and it's 2022.